Hello friends, my name's Friday. Excuse my whispering, my roommate is home, so I'm gonna sound like I chain smoke. Just ignore that. Today, we're diving into every possible interaction between Astarion and the Gur tribe, because nothing says fun content like emotional trauma, generational guilt, and vampire politics. This video was actually requested a few months ago. So, shout out to Eniden, and apologies if I absolutely butchered her name, for suggesting this idea. If you're wondering how to request a video of your own, I've got a link down below with my site/Tumblr with all the information. You can leave a comment here too, but if you contact me through Tumblr, you'll actually get notified when your video drops. Look at that functionality. There are a lot of variables that change how the Gur react to Astarion, including whether you kill, spare, or leave the vampire spawn, whether you send Astarion or keep him as a spawn, and whether or not you talk to the Gur before his quest. These choices can drastically shift the tone of the scene, or sometimes just sneak in one soul-shattering line that ruins your day. To keep this from spiraling into a 40-minute emotional breakdown for me or you, I'll be showing the core scenes and swapping in alternate dialogue based on your decisions. We're starting with Spawn Astarion because I enjoy pain and regret. Then, once our hearts are sufficiently broken, we'll jump over to Ascended Astarion, where the trauma still lingers, but now it wears a cape and has an ego the size of Faerun. Let's get into it. Once you defeat Cazador and run into the Gur, Alma will greet you with different opening lines depending on your choices.
Hold there, Spawn.
You're the Gur tribe. I thought I was done with you people.
We're not done. Not even close. My name's Alma. My people are monster hunters. Those of us that remain, that is. Your companion attacked us in the night and stole our children. Then his master decimated what was left of the tribe.
I had no choice, as you monster hunters well know.
True. So imagine my surprise when I heard you'd fled. Heard you were a rogue spawn, free from Cazador's control. We searched half the Sword Coast for you, hoping you could help us destroy him, only to track you right back here. And what do we find when we arrive? You killed not only Cazador, but also his wretched creations. I expected less. And what do we find when we arrive? You killed one vampire, but released 7,000 of his spawn. Have you lost all sense?
They were innocents. To kill them would have been an even greater crime.
And what do we find when we arrive? Cazador is destroyed and his plans ruined. I was not sure you could do it. You killed not only Cazador, but also his wretched creations. I expected less. You killed one vampire, but released 7,000 of his spawn. Have you lost all sense?
They were innocents. To kill them would have been an even greater crime.
Cazador is destroyed and his plans ruined. I was not sure you could do it.
Next, she'll ask about the fate of her children. Your response leads to a few branching outcomes.
So I can see from all your heavily armed friends. You didn't think I could resist completing the ritual, did you?
I admit, I had my doubts. But where are our children? What of their fate?
I don't know for sure, but Cazador turned everyone we brought him. I can only assume that included your children.
So when you destroyed the spawn, you killed them too?
They died long before we arrived. Trust me. They were not the children you knew.
Perhaps. But the choice should still have been ours. You have taken them from us twice now.
I have. I've stolen your last chance to see them. And I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Because anything else would mean sending you down into the dark. It means showing you the hunger in your babe's eyes and leaving you with that terrible final decision. I visited enough pain on your people. The least I could do was spare you that.
Perhaps there was something to that. A kindness I would not have credited you with.
Well, that's backhanded as compliments come, though I'll take it if it means you're done trying to kill me.
I never dreamt a spawn could find redemption. But, yes, you will never be hunted again. And our children, what of their fate?
Cazador turned everyone we brought him into spawn. I can only assume your children were somewhere in those wretched cells. You'll find them in the Underdark, although you may not like what you find.
This is difficult news. We will need to decide what it means. Thank you for what you have done. Slaying Cazador was a great justice. As for the rest, well, time will tell. And our children, what of their fate?
I don't know for sure, but Cazador turned everyone we brought him. I can only assume that included your children. You'll probably find them in the cells below the palace, although you won't like what you find.
This is difficult news. We will need to decide what it means. That being said, slaying Cazador was a great justice. You have our thanks now and forever.
No matter what you choose, the conversation with Spawn Astarion usually ends on a surprisingly peaceful note.
As for you, you have my people's thanks. I know you face trials ahead. We will stand with you as best we can. Until then, go in peace. And thank you.
So, regardless of your choices, this path ends with the girl choosing to leave Astarion in peace. Alma even pledges the tribe's aid in the final battle. Pretty wholesome ending, considering the emotional minefield we just walked through. Also, side note, the way Astarion's voice shakes when he tells Alma that he and you killed the spawn to spare her the pain.
You have taken them from us twice now.
I have. I've stolen your last chance to see them. And I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Because anything else would mean sending you down into the dark.
That hit me right in the feels. Now we're moving on to Ascended Astarion, a walking god complex wrapped in trauma, feigns, and high fashion. This conversation plays out very differently, because the only way to ascend Astarion is to kill all of Cazador's spawn, so your choice is already locked into one extremely bloody path. There are two variations to this conversation, but first, here's how Amal greets the newly crowned King of Drama.
Hold there, Spawn.
Spawn? Ha! I am the Vampire Ascendant. Gah. And I thought I was done with your wretched little tribe.
We're not done. Not even close. My name's Alma. My people are monster hunters. Those of us that remain, that is. Your companion attacked us in the night and stole our children. Then his master decimated what was left of the tribe.
You can't blame a spawn for the sins of his master. Any good monster hunter should know that.
True. So imagine my surprise when I heard you'd fled. Heard you were a rogue spawn, free from Cazador's control. We searched half the Sword Coast for you, hoping you could help us destroy him, only to track you right back here. And what do we find when we arrive? One blood-sucking beast replaced with another. Our children sacrificed to birth a monster.
Please, there's no need for such language. You wanted Cazador dead, and now he is. I even killed a few thousand Spawn whilst I was at it. You should be thanking me for saving you the trouble.
I had hoped to avoid this path. I had hoped you would choose the better road. A fool I was to ever hope a beast like you could be saved.
Oh, please. There's no need for such language. I promised you Cazador's death, and I more than delivered. I even killed a few thousand Spawn whilst I was at it. You should be thanking me for saving you the trouble.
Then you're given 3 dialogue options to respond, but plot twist, it doesn't matter what you choose. Alma will absolutely call you out.
Look at the hate in their eyes. They won't ever stop hunting me.
We gave you a choice, and you chose power, as your kind always does.
Queen behavior. Honestly, you can blame Lex for putting that into the script. It's all their fault. Anyway, the scene ends with an ultimatum. Alma says the Astarion is lost, but you're not. Here's how both of those outcomes play out.
But I still have hope for you, that you will make a better choice. Will you stand against evil? Will you help us destroy this monster? Then you are as much a monster as he. Kill them. Kill them all.
Oh, that was very, very satisfying. Who better to test these new powers on? And who better to be standing by my side than you, who helped me get them? What? You treacherous little shit! I'll kill you all!
I will not lose. I cannot lose. Baldur's Gate is free from the vampire's curse. There are still dangers ahead, but our work here is done. Thank you for choosing good over evil. Thousands of Spawn trapped beneath our feet. It is a worrying thought.
I saved my favorite outcome for last. Him getting absolutely destroyed. Listen, I love Astarion. I really do. But Ascended Astarion is a pile of dicks, and I hate him. But that's the point. Under all the arrogance, villain monologuing, and 200% dramatic flair, he's still the broken man from Cazador's prison. This whole performance, it's a mask. In a previous video, I go deeper into this, but to summarize, Ascended Astarion hides behind power because deep down, he still doesn't believe he's worthy of you. Even with immortality, freedom, and godlike strength, he thinks he's the problem. That you loving him somehow degrades you. It's, I'll admit, heartbreaking. He got everything he ever wanted and still feels empty. And that brings us to the end of this emotional roller coaster. This video was an absolute pain in the ass to edit. So please join me in thanking my very dear friend Lex, who helped me make sense of this chaos. They turned a tangled mess of branching dialogue and timeline nonsense into something I could actually script and edit without losing my mind. So thank you, Lex. That's all I've got for you today. There's a bit of rambling coming up, but if you're peacing out now, no hard feelings. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Friday. For those of you sticked around, thank you for 200 fucking subscribers. I'd be louder, but again, my roommate is home and it's kind of awkward to film when she's sitting in the next room. It's very weird. I was at 185 when I posted my 100 sub milestone video, and 3 days later, April 14, 2025, this channel skyrocketed to 203 subscribers. Actually, as I'm recording this narration, it's at 212. What the fuck? I've got a big video planned to celebrate, and if you saw my 100 sub video, you already know. With every new milestone, until I reach 1,000. If I reach 1,000. I mean, I introduced a new game to the channel. With 100 subs, it was My Singing Monsters. With this new milestone, well, you'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, that's all the rambling I've got for you. Thank you again for 200 subscribers. You're all freaking amazing, and it still blows my mind how much this channel has grown in just 4 months. Anyway, enough sappy shit. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next Friday, or maybe even Monday. Peace.
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend Friday. Getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Partying, yeah. Partying.